Good morning, sixth graders. I hope you had a great spring break. Hope you're ready to be back here at school and get the last few weeks done. We're almost finished with this year. Hopefully, next year we'll be back to some type of normalcy. But anyway, we're going to start getting into some more specifics of money, and the basics all start with a bank. So we're going to go over what banks actually do and how they do it, and look at the just some of the easy things that you've probably heard of at some point in time, but go into a little bit greater detail. So I'll jump right into it here if I can get there we go. Banks do a few basic things for us. The banks securely hold our money. They also offer account services, and we'll talk about what that means. They do offer some basic investment products, and then banks also loan money to people who need it. Loaning money we'll go into in more detail in the next this week really, and that's where we need a large sum of money that we don't have on hand, so we go to the bank, we ask for it, they let us borrow it from them, we use their money and then pay it back over time. So the first thing I want to start with is just a hypothetical situation here, not a hypothetical, excuse me, just a question that I want you to think about. It says, what does a bank do with the money that you deposit into an account? So I want you, before you go through the rest of the slides, think about if I take all the money that I need to and put it in my checking and my savings account, I put money with the bank. Physically, they take dollars from me. What do you think they do with those dollars? Do they put them all in a safe? Do they put them in a drawer? What do you think they're doing at the bank with the money that you give them? Take a moment, jot down a sentence or two there with what you think. You can pause the video and then start back after you get your answer typed in there. So the first thing, banks are secure, and they give us a place where we can put our money that we don't have to worry about it. So money that we deposit into a bank account, it's insured up to a certain amount. It's actually called FDIC insurance. And what it means is that the money that I put in the bank, I can feel safe that if anything was to happen to that bank or anything was to happen to my money that's beyond our control, my money will be given back to me because it is insured by the federal government, by the U.S. government. So as long as the U.S. government's still around and kicking, the money I put in the bank should be insured up to a certain point. Now, if I put, $800,000, $900,000 in there, they won't insure all of that. So there are people that have a lot of money in banks and they have to use different banks to make sure that all their money stays secure. But up to a certain point, the cash that we put into the bank is taken care of and guaranteed. So that brings me back to the questions. Bank holds some of the money at the bank, but they take some of your money and loan it to other individuals and businesses. So back to the question that you just answered. What does a bank do with the money that we give them? Well, I used to think it was all just put in a safe, and there was a little box in that safe that had my name on it, and it just had stacks of my money. Well, that's not really the way that a bank works. They do keep some of my money that I need day to day there on hand so that I can access it. But also, they're taking a lot of the money that I put into accounts, and they are giving it out to other people. They're loaning it to people that need it. So instead of my money just sitting there on a shelf or in a safe collecting dust, they're actually putting it to use. Now, they always keep enough money on hand to know that if I go make a purchase through my debit / checking account, that I can get that money back. But there's also accounts that we put our money in that really allow the bank a lot more freedom to be able to take that money and share it out and loan it. So, basic accounts. As I go through these, I want you to type in your own definition of these. But most banks offer these three different types of account. There's what's called a checking account. That's what your debit card would be attached to, or you could write a check out of. Checking accounts are meant to be used. So, money that I put in a checking account, I am, I'm putting money in there a lot. I'm taking money out. Every time I make a purchase on my debit card, it's pulling cash out of my checking account and sending it to wherever it was that I purchased that product at. So checking accounts are basic accounts that are meant to be used very quickly. So they're what's called liquid. The money can get in and out of them quickly, and I can use it as much as I want to. The next type of account, some of you may already have, it's a savings account. And so a savings account, it works a lot like a checking account. Some of them nowadays even have debit cards attached to them. But savings accounts are meant for putting money in there and not using it as much. So what happens with savings accounts, there's certain minimums. Like a bank may say you can't let it go below $100. You have to always keep at least $100 in there. They also may have rules that say, well, you can't pull money out of your savings account more than, say, 12 times a year. So once a month you can pull money out. But other than that, if you do, they'll penalize you and actually charge you more money. So why would a bank have a savings account? Let's think about what it does. It actually allows them to use more of that money that you have in there. The money in the checking account that I have, the bank can't use that. They can't loan it out to other people because they know that I'm going to need it very quickly. But in savings accounts, they set those rules on them because that's a place that I can put money to keep it safe, and also they can use it. Savings account also will pay you a very, very small amount for the amount of money that you have in there. They'll pay you a percentage of that every single year. And when I say small amount, I'm talking like if you have $100 in a savings account over the year, it will probably pay you less than $1. But hey, at least they're paying you money to keep it somewhere. If I keep it here at my house, it doesn't do anything. Also, most banks offer a money market account. A money market account is like a super savings account. So you put money in there. It has a higher limit. You may have to keep more of it in there. And it may also have more limits on when you can pull the money out. But also it pays a higher percentage rate. So money market accounts, you can usually find them over 1%. So if I put $100 in there, I'll get back over $1 each year for the money that I have in there. So money market accounts, again, they're like savings accounts, only they're a little bit better, a little bit stricter rules, and it allows us to build more money. So remember, banks also offer some types of investments. Now, this is kind of like an account. It's called a certificate of deposit. They offer these, and CDs are kind of neat. So what you do with the CD is I give money to the bank. I promise them a certain amount of money, and I promise that I won't touch it for a certain amount of time. So I give them that money, and then they can put it to work. In return, the bank's going to pay me a higher percentage rate. So you can find CDs sometimes that even pay 3 or 4%. They change and fluctuate, but it's kind of like a money market account. Only in a CD, I can't touch the money. Once I put it in there, it's stuck in there for the time that the bank and I agreed upon. So put money in there and then let it grow. At the end of the time, I get that money back plus all the money that I invested or that I got for investing it. So you can grow your money this way pretty safe. And I would even recommend at your age, if you've got money in a savings account that you're not doing anything with and you know you won't touch it for another 5, 6, 10 years, then I would definitely think about looking at CDs. It would probably be better than the savings account you have it in. And we'll go more in detail about these investments later. Finally, what do banks do with your money? To go back into detail and just make sure we're all clear on this. Banks take the money that we deposit with them in our CDs, our money market accounts, and our savings accounts, and they loan it out to other people and businesses. That way the bank can earn interest. And then that interest that they earn helps them pay for their bank itself, helps them pay for employees. It also helps them give money back to us through all of the accounts that we have. And I think it's important to remember, sometimes they get a bad name, but remember, banks are here to support the community. They support us with the financial services that they provide, the security that they provide, and then also loaning money to us, because at some point in time, we're going to need a lot of money, and we go to a bank to get that. It's hard to find enough cash to purchase a $200,000 house without using a bank. So thanks for listening. Sorry it was a little long, but make sure you get all this. Make sure you do have your answer typed in on slide 3. When you get all that, click turn in, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Later.